Hey guys, my name is Philip Yoon, and I'm a USA Taekwondo athlete. Everyone seems to be curious about how to get to the Olympics for Taekwondo for 2016. I'm going to preface the rest of this video by saying that I'll be using USA Taekwondo Association for hypothetical examples. They haven't released the exact details of their own selection procedures yet. The following is the World Taekwondo Federation procedures. Let me take you through the procedures. It's kind of confusing, but bear with me here. Let's get to know the basics before discussing the details. There are 16 divisions in Taekwondo, 8 male and 8 female. However, in the Olympics there are 8 divisions, 4 male and 4 female. In each division, 16 extremely talented athletes compete for the gold medal. 6 of these athletes come from ranking top 6 in the world by December 2015. 9 of these athletes come from Continental qualifiers, and 1 of these athletes come from a guaranteed spot reserved for the hosting country, or what's called a TPI, Tripartite Partey Invitation. There are 3 ways to become one of these 16 athletes. Okay, so first is through ranking points, second is through Continental qualifiers, and third is by being an athlete in the hosting country. First, let's go over the ranking points. If you're in the Taekwondo community, you'll find that athletes are desperately trying to get ranking points left and right. Since 2009, World Taekwondo Federation started implementing a G ranking system, where they give ranking points for certain tournaments. For example, Olympics is a G20 event. This means that the gold medalist at the Olympic Games gets 200 points, and the silver medalist gets 120 points, and bronze medalist gets 72 points. The more prestigious the event, the higher the G rank. You can't also hoard the points because they reduce by 25% annually. For example, you have 100 points in 2012 and you don't fight anything until 2013, you would have 75 points. And by 2014, you would have 56.25 points. The Olympics is the highest ranked event at G20, whereas open tournaments are ranked G1 or highest at G2. Also, the maximum amount of points you can get from open tournaments is 60 points in 1 year. So if you won gold medals in 6 G1 ranked international open tournaments by July 2015, any additional points from international open tournaments will not count because you maxed out already for 2015. There are open tournaments in different countries almost monthly. There are Serbia Open in October and Croatia Open, Thailand Open, Paris Open in November. Anyone with a black belt, traveling funds, and a global athlete license, which just costs $35, can register for these opens. You do not have to be a national team member to fight at open tournaments. So why are these ranking points so important? Since its introduction in 2009 until 2012, the ranking points were only used for seeding purposes. For example, the athlete ranking 2 would not fight the athlete ranking 4 in the beginning of the competition. They would each be fighting lower ranked athletes in the beginning, and they would be on opposite sides of the bracket so that they would meet in finals. So it wasn't really that important because it was only used for seeding. In 2012, World Taekwondo Federation announced that the athletes ranking top 6 will qualify their country for the Olympics automatically. I'll get into specifics soon, but this announcement pretty much restructured the national team selection process for every country. It's a huge game changer. There are many athletes who travel internationally on their own dime to gather ranking points from open tournaments on their own. In 2013, World Taekwondo Federation set up a Grand Prix series, which happens 4 times a year. To be eligible to compete in the first 3 Grand Prix, you would have to be ranked top 31st or above in the Olympic division. The country that is hosting the Grand Prix gets an additional athlete in each division for that Grand Prix. For the 4th and final Grand Prix of the year, you have to be ranked top 8 to compete in it. The first 3 Grand Prix are ranked G4, and the last Grand Prix is ranked G8. So winning the Grand Prix final will be equivalent to winning 8 international open tournaments. So all year long, a majority of the athletes have to maintain the 32nd or above ranking or try to get above 32nd. If you are ranked top 6 or above after the Grand Prix final in 2015, you earn a spot in that weight division for your country. To be clear, you, the athlete, are not automatically qualified to compete in the Olympics by being top 6. It is up to USAT, again, just a hypothetical example, to choose who is going for that weight division through a selection procedure. If USAT were to replace that athlete that achieved top 6, that replacing athlete has to be ranked top 20th or above. If USA were to have 2 athletes who are in top 6, USAT would have to choose one, and then the 7th ranking athlete from another country will qualify for the Olympics. So now this makes 6 of the 16 athletes that are going to the Olympics. Second, let's go over Continental qualifiers. There are a total of 5 Continental qualifying tournaments in 2016: Asian, European, African, Pan American, and Oceanic. USA is in the Pan American qualifiers. Again, I'm going to use USA Taekwondo Association for the rest of these hypothetical examples. To go to these qualifiers, USAT chooses 4 Olympic divisions, 2 male and 2 female. So if USAT did not choose your division, you better be ranked top 6. The athlete that they choose through the procedure goes to the Pan American qualifiers. There is no ranking requirement to fight at the Continental qualifiers. USAT can hypothetically send an athlete ranking 250th if he won through the USAT selection process, of which we don't know the details yet. If this athlete wins 1st or 2nd at the Pan American qualifiers, he or she qualifies his or her division for the USA. If they do not, USA does not get to send that division to the Olympics. This does not guarantee that the qualifying athlete will compete at the Olympic Games. It just guarantees that USA can now send an athlete in that weight division to the Olympics. After qualifying that weight division, USAT then has a second team selection procedure to choose which athlete to send. If USAT wants to replace the athlete who won 1st or 2nd at the Pan American qualifiers, the replacement athlete must be ranked under 20. The athlete that wins the second selection procedure goes to compete at the Olympics. As of August 2015, we currently do not know the exact USA procedures for selecting this athlete. They haven't released it yet. From the Olympics in 2000 until 2012, countries were only allowed to send a maximum of 4 athletes. Starting 2016, they have the potential to send 8 athletes if they're all top 6 or above. So this is what it says on the WTF website. A NOC, which means National Organizing Committee, can qualify a maximum of 4 male and 4 female athlete places via the Olympic ranking position. Any NOC who qualifies a minimum of 2 male and 2 female players via the Olympic ranking system will be deemed to have qualified its total quota of places and shall not be permitted to enter the Continental qualification events. However, if a nation has not qualified a minimum of 2 places in male and 2 places in female via the Olympic ranking position, they shall be allowed to compete for the additional places via the Continental qualification events. So let's just go through some examples. If USA has 4 male and 4 female athletes ranking top 6 at the end of the 2015 Grand Prix final, 1 in each division, USA will be able to send 8 athletes to the Olympics. If USA has 2 male and 2 female athletes who are in top 6 at the end of the 2015 Grand Prix final, it will not be able to send any athletes to the Continental qualifiers. If USA has no athletes who are in top 6 at the end of the Grand Prix final, it will be able to send 2 male and 2 female athletes to the Continental qualifiers. We'll just do one more example. If USA has 1 male and 1 female athlete who are in top 6, it will be able to send 1 male and 1 female athlete to the Continental qualifiers. Just for review, there are 5 Continental qualifiers and 9 athletes are selected. Out of all the regional qualifiers, only first place qualifies for the Oceanic region. This makes 15 of the 16 athletes. Thirdly, being Brazilian by 2016 certainly helps. The hosting country, Brazil, does not have to compete in the Continental qualifiers. The hosting country gets 2 male and 2 female weight divisions guaranteed in the Olympics. It is up to the hosting country to choose which weight divisions. So this completes 16 of the 16 athletes for 4 of 8 divisions. The hosting country can also qualify more weight divisions via the top 6 method. So there are 4 divisions missing 1 athlete, and that's when TPI comes into play. TPI is Tripartite Partite Invitation. TPI is given to 2 male and 2 female athletes that are ranked the highest, whose country is not in the Olympics for Taekwondo. They have to be ranked above top 20 though. Let's go over an example to who the TPI will be given to. Let's say Fiji has no athlete going to the Olympics, but they have an athlete who is ranked 12. Iraq has 1 athlete going to the Olympics, and they have another athlete who is ranked 8 who is not going to the Olympics. North Korea has athletes ranked 13 and 14 who are not going to the Olympics. TPI will be given to Fiji in that division. So that completes 16 of the 16 athletes. I certainly hope I didn't confuse you guys too much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll try to upload more regularly with stuff.